Howdy, it's Jim Morado, and this is late November 2023. We're in Savannah, Georgia. We're about to do the Old Towne Trolley tour, and I'm going to walk around Savannah a little bit too. This will be a long video. I'm kind of combining, we looped around town twice on the Old Towne Trolley tour. I'm going to use one of the bus drivers' narration, but video from both of our tours. I hope that doesn't get too confusing, but it's, I might look to the left, I might look to the right, and that there might be a few seconds difference there, but for the most part, you're getting a pretty complete look around the Old Towne Trolley tour trip through Savannah. Let me know what you think. It was a rainy day. They pulled down the vinyl coverings on the windows, which actually helped with the audio. It was easier to hear the bus driver, in my opinion, and I just thought I'd put this together. Again, it's rough, it's amateur. If that vinyl is going to bother you, feel free to tune out. I understand. For the most part, though, I'm going to shut up and let our driver talk.
Check. Y'all hearing me everywhere? Is that good? Okay. Very good, very good. So, our visitor center, by the way, over here, that will be open till 4 if you want to go check out any of the museums. Now, please silence your cell phones, and please hold the side conversation down to whisper so everybody can hear the history. And like I said, ask questions if you want. I was telling my other guests, keep me awake. These days make me drowsy. But we're going to play a little song here in a little bit. That'll wake us all up. Just a little tidbit coming up. Alrighty, so, yep, there's our other relief trolleys. So let's get out of here. Now this area, at one time, was the Central of Georgia Railroad. See, this was started in the 1800s by William Washington Gordon. Now, William Washington Gordon was the grandfather to Juliette Gordon Low. She started the Girl Scouts of America here in Savannah. And we'll talk about Juliette Gordon Low a little later on. Now, like I said, to get me going, I'm going to play this little sound bite because it's kind of appropriate. We're on a trolley tour. So here we go.
Clang, clang, clang with the trolley.
Yeah, I forgot it was a lot noisier with the windows down, right? Yeah, so I'll turn it down a little. All right, so here's the old Central Georgia Railroad. Now, the main reason for the railroad was cotton. This cotton would come from inland Georgia by rail and pull it next to these beautifully restored cotton warehouses on the right here. And they've been restored by Savannah College of Art and Design, better known as SCAD. You're going to see their signs everywhere, and their buses and students. But SCAD here, they use these as studios and classrooms today. They've acquired over 70 buildings in our historic district since 1979. That was the year they started. They only had 71 students that year. Today they have about 15,000 in 4 different locations. And they are just keep building new buildings. One of the students I asked, I said, what is the big building by the bridge? It's SCAD building. You'll see here in a little bit. That's going to be more dorms because they're running out of housing for the students, dormitories and stuff. So you'll see that as we come up right over here. Now across the street, that's their freshman dorm. That's Turner Hall. This is the first building SCAD built from the ground up. As we go around here, you're going to see SCAD Beach. Now this is an old cotton warehouse they turned into a hangout for their students right there. See, there's the bridge and there's the huge building. See, that's theirs. It's 22 stories high. There was a rule that you could only go 8 stories high, so apparently they got a lot of influence, right? And that is going to be more dormitories for their students there. And the bridge, the Savannah Bridge, will take you right over to South Carolina. That was rebuilt in 1990. The ships keep getting bigger and taller. They're going to have to raise the bridge now. They've dredged the river about as much as they can. It's 54 feet deep now. It's 400 feet wide. And the world's largest ships go through there. We have one of the busiest ports in the country, too. Now, this is our main campus for SCAD here. And if you look to the right, you're going to see what's left of the old Howard Johnson's Motel. See the orange roof there? That is our stop, too, our welcome center. So today it is also the home of Stoner's Pizza Joint. So you get 2 slices of pizza and a drink for about $5. That's real good in today's economy. And they also have a collector t-shirt in there that says, legalize marinara. Yeah, all right, let's go into stop 2. Pick up a couple more of our guests here. And then we're going to go to City Market next stop.
What was your preference of we got
Hello, welcome aboard. Thank you. We should have room for everybody if I counted right. All right, welcome. Be careful, watch your step, take your time. Good morning, everybody. Thank you. All right. Got room, good deal. All right, I'm JB. I'll be your conductor for this portion of the tour. Please silence cell phones, side conversations to whisper, and with that, we're off again. Here we go. Now we're going to start our tour with the history from the beginning. So, it all started April 1732. You see, King George II from England, he granted a charter to General James Oglethorpe. Along with 20 trustees, 114 crew members, they would board a ship in November that year and make the long journey across the Atlantic and finally arrive here in Savannah, February 12, 1733. And when they got here, they found out quickly they weren't alone. They came right down the Savannah River, and the Yamacraw Indians were right there. And their Indian chief, Tomachichi, was there also. Tomachichi was a giant of a man with bear claw tattoos all over his chest. Believe it or not, Tomachichi and General Oglethorpe, they became friends right off the bat. Of course, he would accompany Oglethorpe back to England on a trip one year. Before Tomachichi's death, he requested to be buried amongst his English friends. He's buried in Wright Square. I'll point that square out to you later on. The square system is what makes Savannah so beautiful and unique. You see, the first 4 squares were designed by General Oglethorpe while he was still in England. And then it grew to 24 squares by the mid-1800s. And over the years, due to progress, we lost a few of these squares. But we did get 1 square back about 15 years ago. That is Ellis Square. That's stop 9. That's our city market, right in the heart of City Market. So that was a good decision by the city to get that one back. Now, General Oglethorpe made 4 prohibitions when he got here. He said there would be no slavery allowed as long as he was in charge. Also, no Catholics were allowed because they were at war with the Spanish down in St. Augustine. The other one was no hard liquor. He said only beer and wine. And then, of course, no lawyers. That's right, he didn't like lawyers either. Now, all 4 of these prohibitions would be reversed when General Oglethorpe returned to England about 10 years later. And we'll talk about some of those as we go around. Now, one of the squares we lost due to progress was Albert Square. You can see through the trees, that big old building there, that is the Civic Center, 1972. That's why we lost that one. And of course, we lost this square. This was beautiful Liberty Square at one time. And we lost this one, not to this courthouse here, but you'll see this big, ugly courthouse right behind it over here. See that? That's how we lost Liberty Square originally. Now, as ugly as this courthouse is, it's got some good history. 1992. Well, I got married in this same courthouse right here. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. This was truly one of the best years of my life, and I love to share that with my guests. Thank you. I also like to share 4 years later was a better year when I got divorced. What a wonderful year that was. Is anybody celebrating anniversaries with us? Anyone? Anyone? Divorce, yeah. How about, oh, congratulations. I think you're happy. I was too. Yeah, I went around round 2, and I didn't get married there. We've been together like 27 years, so sometimes it takes 2 or 3 times, right? So, birthdays. We got any birthdays aboard here? Yeah? Whose birthday? Give me a name.
Sue.
Sue. There we go. All right, Sue. And who else? That's it? Okay. Well, you get your own birthday song. You ready? Ready to go? Hold on, let me tune up early. No, 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 no. All right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sue. Happy birthday to you. I like how that rhymes. You and Sue. Yeah, I like that. Nice. All right, happy birthday. All right, so you see these smokestacks over here? This is the Plant Riverside District. You go down the steps there. This is only, the whole area is about 3 years old. So there's new shops, new river walk, and of course, the free museum right inside the J.W. Marriott. You can check out there. Here's stop 3. We're right into City Market. You're going to get off at any stop. Be careful, take the time. Madison Square. And I mentioned the other pizza joint. My favorite pizza place, though, is right here. Vinnie Van Gogo's. Good New York style pizza there. Now here is Franklin Square, our smallest square. And over here, you see the first African Baptist church. It was built 1859. It was built by slaves, for slaves. And they have an underground railroad history here at 1 o'clock.
Oh.
Now in the center of the square, there's a statue in honor of, there was about 500 Haitians that helped us out at the siege of Savannah. This was 1779, and that honors them. That was the bloodiest hour of the American Revolution, which I'll talk about a little later on. For your bar scene, there's 4 of them right here, so later on you come check all of those out. They're always open. Some people may go, yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm off right here, right? That's right. All right, so here is Broughton Street. This is our main street here in Savannah, and it's made a great comeback over the years. I remember a time when there was really nothing here, but you can see a lot of new restaurants, shops, you name it. And then, of course, we did our Veterans Parade yesterday, which I got to drive the Green Berets around. That was really an honor for me, so yeah, that was a lot of fun yesterday. Now, we have this famous singer-songwriter, Savannah native. This man wrote 1,500 songs. He won 4 Academy Awards, helped start Capitol Records. His name was Johnny Mercer. Also had a good voice, too. But here is his most popular song. Well, I'll mention a couple of that he did write, like Accentuate the Positive, that old Black Magic. But this is the most popular. You're correct when you said there. Here we go.
And I do love Moon River, but I thought I would just interrupt for a moment because YouTube will probably flag this if I play the clip for Moon River. But everybody loves Moon River, and I've never taken a trolley tour in Savannah where they did not play Moon River, and it's just a great song.
Yes, that was beautiful Moon River. And what movie is that from?
Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yes, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Good job. You can have one of these dum-dums up here. Good job. And that is for playing trolley trivia. Good job. All right, so over here on the left is for wild game. You know, we got like 400 restaurants, a good variety. So if you want to try some wild game, here's alligator sole here on the left. And they do all kind of stuff, even ostrich and stuff like that. But today's lunch special is possum stew. I can smell it now. Yeah. All right, so here's Telfair Square, named in honor of the Telfair family. They were a very wealthy, prominent family in the 1800s. Now their family home, we're going to see right around the corner. It's the oldest museum in the South today. But you can tour the Telfair Museum right over there. Yeah, like yourself. And this right here, it was built 1818 by William J. from Bath, England. See, William J. built 3 beautiful homes like this in Savannah. I'll show you the other 2 later. He's always known for his wraparound porch and columns. He called that his portico. Now you see the picture of the Bird Girl? That Bird Girl statue's been moved inside here from Bonaventure Cemetery. The one from Midnight, the Garden of Good People. Straight ahead, the Jepson Center. Now this museum has 14,000 square feet inside. Built in 2006, and you can get breakfast and lunch here. Now the other half of Telfair Square, these are the federal buildings. And you see they've done a nice job here of not blending in with any history. Now we're going to go into Orleans Square next. Orleans Square was named in honor of the final battle of the War of 1812. So this was the Battle of New Orleans. Now, a lot of weddings take place here in Savannah all the time. Just a popular wedding venue, and a lot of bachelorette parties here too. So, but you're gonna see. Should have yesterday. I saw about 3 or 4 weddings on a cold day. So imagine a sunny day. I remember once a sunny day, just like every square there was a wedding. So this one is very popular for that because they added that fountain in the center in 1989, and that was put there to honor our German immigrants, the Salzburgs. Now, a lot of movies are filmed here. This is a very popular place for movies. Why are you stopping? There you go. So, yeah. But at least you weren't going to get in a wreck. So, all right. So, one popular movie we all have seen several times. Maybe. Well, see that steeple right over there? That's where the feather came down in that movie. That's right.
Mine's Forrest Gump. People call me Forrest Gump.
You're correct. You can have one of these too. Lake Trolley trivia. All right, so here's Orleans Square. Beautiful square. Now you see those beautiful trees, the big thick ones? Those are the Georgia live oaks. It's a state tree of Georgia, and the leaves are green all through the year. Now you see all that beautiful Spanish moss everywhere? This is an airborne plant that feeds off of moisture and sunlight, and they're related to the pineapple of all things. Of course, they have red bugs, so be careful with them. Now over here on the right, this is the other square. Remember I told you we lost to the Savannah Civic Center in 1972? And that was Elbert Square right there at one time. These are all crepe myrtles, and they've still got their blooms even this late. So. Now, as we go around Orleans Square, one of my favorite homes, tours, I finally got to tour it earlier this year, is this one. See the beautiful columns, the Harper's Folks House. They'll be open for touring tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. And they're only open 3 days a week. So. But it belongs to the Society of Cincinnati. Now, that society, one of the founding members was George Washington, and he came to Savannah in 1791. We're going to go into Chippewa Square next, also known as the Forrest Gump Square, because not only did the feather come down from the church steeple here at the beginning, when the feather landed at the bench next to Forrest when he was eating his chocolates. That happened on the north end of Chippewa Square. Now the bench has been removed years ago because they had to preserve it. It's made of wood, part of it, when the bench, people kept taking chunks of it. So anyway, they moved that to Hollywood. So this beautiful home here, the sign of showing off your wealth in 1800. See the beautiful columns in the front porch? Well, it's surrounded by this wrought iron, and wrought iron was a sign of wealth in the 1800s. It's all around the beautiful home. Now in the far corner, go ahead and get in front of you. The far corner is the First Baptist Church in Georgia over there. It was built in the 1800s in Greek Revival style. This beautiful home is going to be a vacation spot soon. But you see the beautiful dolphin downspouts on each corner? When it rains, the rain shoots through there. There's one here, there's one over here. This came original with the home 1831. If you look in the center of the square, over here on the left, that is a statue in honor of our founder, General James Oglethorpe. And then right through there is the oldest theater in the country, built 1818 by William J. from Bath, England. And Fiddler on the Roof is playing there. Usually it's 8 o'clock at night and they have a matinee as well. So if you like to go see that live performance. Over here on the right, the Sixpence Pub. Now the table that he's setting right there, right next to the Julia Roberts window. You might remember that window from something to talk about. See, Julia Roberts pounded on that window and caught her cheating husband, Dennis Quaid, with the other woman there. Some of the other movies filmed here: Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, The Legend of Bagger Vance, Lori, the General's Daughter, even SpongeBob SquarePants 2. Yep, it was filmed here in Savannah. Now this Saints and Shamrocks gift shop, this is where Henry Ford sold his very first Model T in the South right here. So So he had this winter home which he built in Richmond Hill, Georgia, and that's where I live today. So here on the right, this is stop number 4. That's Madison Square, and that's the Sorrell Wheat House, built 1840 from Francis and Matilda Sorrell. They have a daytime tour and a haunted night tour. Welcome aboard. I think we got a couple back there, don't we? Couple seats, maybe?
Yeah, we do.
Good deal. Thank you. If you need maps, they're right up here. All right, welcome aboard. I'm JB, and I will be your conductor for this portion of the tour. We're going into Madison Square. Oh, it's trolley trivia time again. Y'all ready? Free sucker to the winner. So, James Madison, what number president was he?
4.
There you go, 4. You were correct. So you were a winner. All right, so yeah, number 4, he actually came to Savannah to visit. We had a lot of visitors come, including Sergeant William Jasper. Sergeant William Jasper, that's the statue of him in the center. He's the only non-commissioned officer without honor, and he and his men earned it. They came here October 9th, 1779, the siege of Savannah, and they tried to reclaim the city from the British, and they had a rough day. They lost over 1,200 men in less than an hour, and the British only about 18. That was the bloodiest hour of the American Revolution. Now over here on the left, the Green Meldrum Mansion. This was the home of Charles Green, a wealthy cotton merchant in 1800s. Now he invited General Sherman to use his home as his headquarters in the winter of 1864. And Sherman sent a famous telegram to President Lincoln December 22nd of that year and presented the city of Savannah as a Christmas gift that day. Savannah was spared the torch. Now we're going to go down beautiful Jones Street here in a second. Southern Living magazine, they call it one of the most beautiful streets in America to take a stroll down. And you can see for yourself the trees umbrella all the way down. You'll see some really nice bed and breakfast and inns down there. So they're getting ready to go to this church, St. John's Episcopal, also built in 1800. The Green Meldrum Mansion, that's their parish hall room there. Jones Street right here, named in honor of Noble Jones, one of the early settlers. He owned the Wormslow Plantation south of here. It's still here. You can go tour that as well. It's the only plantation left here in Savannah. All right, so here is beautiful Jones Street. See there? Here's a place you can stay here on the left, and then you got Eliza Thompson House, popular here on the right. Every day, the SCAD students are right out here in front of that red brick building. It's the first building they purchased back in 1979. And they have the SCAD store you can take. The best part is free. So you just go in there between the cannons, they'll let you in. I saw that a few months ago and it was really good. It tells you the whole history behind Savannah College where it was at. Straight ahead is Monterey Square. In the center, there is a monument in honor of General Casimir Pulaski. He was the father of the American cavalry. Saved the life of George Washington at the Battle of Brandywine. And he died at the siege of Savannah, I just told you about. And they buried him right in the center of the square. I guess we're going to have to go around this. I don't think they're going to let us do that. No. All right, Monterey Square. Now we'll go by the other side of it, but I want to show it to you from here. Well, it's kind of hard. You see the home in the far corner on the left? That is the Mercer Williams house from Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. We'll go this way, and I'll show you where you can go in if you want to take a tour. It's the most popular home to tour because of the movie. Midnight Cigar, a good deal, 1997. If you ever want to avoid the squares going south, you get on Whitaker right here. If you want to avoid them going north, you get on Drayton. Alright, so this is the Green Mansion right here. It's the home of Jim Williams, the art collector. You might remember from the movie, but you go in right here, the carrot shop. Yeah, we'll make that journey. Alright, we're just going to go right into Forsyth Park now. Stop 5 will be coming up. By the way, the Mercer Williams house was actually built for General Hugh Mercer. 1860 with Johnny Mercer's great-grandfather. As we go around beautiful Forsyth Park, it's about 30 acres, it's about a mile around. And it's our Victorian district. Over here on the right, we have Italianate style home. This one is Queen Anne. And then we have Romanesque Revival right here. These are all the beautiful Georgia live oaks. This is the state tree of Georgia right here. I'll just take you into beautiful park, and I'm going to play just a little bit of our state song for you. So enjoy.
Yeah, and again, I'm sorry about those flaps. I hope they're not too distracting. It did keep us very warm inside of the trolley. I was actually very appreciative of them. Our narrator's doing a great job. You know, if you have trouble listening to it, feel free to turn the volume down. Or if you don't want to watch this, I totally understand too. But this is our fairly complete, and I was trying to keep it very complete, trolley tour, Old Towne Trolley tour around Savannah. And again, it's I don't know, it's maybe 40 to 50 bucks roughly, depending on what day you go, per person to do this. They've got other deals. If you do like a 2-day trolley tour, then you can add a cruise or add on their haunted ghost and gravestones tour. But we've done this just about every time we've been in town, and we've always had a very good experience with them. And you know, we've never had to wait long for a trolley or anything like that.
The corner up here on the right is the former Telfair Hospital, built in the 1800s by Mary Telfair. You see, Mary Telfair was known as the Lady of Stipulation. When she had her hospital built, she made it clear to everybody she didn't want any men on her staff. And later Mary decided she didn't want men as patients in her hospital either. Yeah, Mary got to the point she didn't let men even visit here after a while. Of course, we think Mary may have had a couple bad dates in the 1800s. Now, the only way to get to Mary's hospital here, if you were a male back in the day, you had to be born there. She'd give you 3 days and then kick you out. Now, the funny thing about our hospital today is being used as a retirement home for men. It's now called the Mansion at Forsyth Park. Now, there's public restrooms over here, the buildings where the stage and the playground are. Also, Collins Quarter Restaurant is right there, so they serve breakfast and lunch. There's the beautiful Mansion Hotel. Now they're going to be changing the name of this soon. We've got big plans they're going to add on to it. As you can see right back here, more rooms. Now the other half of the hotel, that's where the restaurant is, 700 Drayton. This half, well, we got brand new rooms here, but the other rooms are only about 15 years old. Of course, they blend in with the history. The original half was built in the 1800s. We're stopping right next to that. If you're going to get off at 5, be careful, take your time and watch your step. Use your handrails. And Mentioned Savannah College of Art and Design acquired over 70 buildings since 1979. Well, here's a bunch of them right over here. They own all of these. The president of the college has her office right there. And that's where we're stopping. After getting off here, be careful. Take your time, watch your step, use your handrail. And there we go. Anyone for here? All right, have fun. Watch your step. You're welcome. All right, here we go. There's the 700 grade restaurant right there on the left. And Collins Corner right in front of me. I'm going to go check out another old hospital. This was also built in the 1800s, the Candler Hospital. It belongs to Savannah College of Art and Design today. And they bought it about 5 years ago for $27 million. They use it for classrooms and dormitories today. Right there. At one time, they treated Confederate soldiers there and yellow fever patients in the 1800s. As we come up to the Candler grounds here, you're going to see the oldest Georgia live oak in Savannah. Right here. It's the Candler oak, and it is over 300 years old. Now that crusty stuff on the branches is called resurrection fern. Now, I don't want rain now, but later tonight. When it does rain, it turns beautiful green overnight. Flesh green. It looks like a whole new tree. We've seen a lot of beautiful churches. Here comes another one right up here. It's going to be on our left. When I take the right, this is the Wesley Monumental Methodist Church here. This was built in the 1800s to honor John and Charles Wesley. And they came here at the request of General Oglethorpe, 1736, and they started the Methodist movement here in Savannah. And Charles Wesley, he wrote a beautiful song here, a Christmas song, Hark the Herald. And then I'm going to show you where another wonderful Christmas song was written here in Savannah. Sometimes the car just doesn't fit, so, But I'll fit if you just stay out of the way. We're good. All right, so this is Calhoun Square, one of the last of the 24 squares built. Wow, they're even parking in our trolley stops nowadays. Nice. All right, so if anyone needs to get off here at 6, this is the Massey Heritage School. This is the first public school in Georgia. That was built 1856. I'm going to tell you how much a ticket for is parking there because I got one time, $100. So don't park in those. All right, anybody for stop 6 here? All right, we're going to go to stop 7, the Cathedral of St. John the Baptist. We'll get to look at it, but there's mass going till about 2, but you can go take your free tour there after that's all over. You've got about a 3-hour window. But we'll go by the cathedral. All right, we're going to go into another beautiful square. The good thing about Sundays is you get the extra 2 squares because see the way everybody's parking, which is good. That's good for you. So this is another church right here. You normally wouldn't get to see Beth Eden Baptist Church here on the left, also built in the 1800s. Now this next square, Whitfield Square, was built in honor of the Reverend George Whitfield. He started the Bethesda's Boys Home here in Savannah, 1740. This boys home is still in operation, so it's the oldest in the country. This is beautiful Whitfield Square. You're going to see a gazebo right here in the center. Ever since they put that there years ago, a lot of weddings take place here too. All right, these are just some haunted branches, don't worry. There we go. But this gazebo right here was donated by Burt Reynolds, the actor. Yeah. So anyway, he and Jerry Reed, they were in a movie here in 1976 called Gator, and this was left behind from that movie. We're going to go to Troop Square, named in honor of a former governor, George McIntosh Troop. He's the only person to have a square named in his honor while he was still alive. Now, every October, we'll have the blessing of the animals here in Troop Square. I think it's the first Saturday. But when I came through on a trolley one Saturday, I looked in there, and there was about 100 animals running around. Cats and dogs of all kinds. And a priest running around trying to bless all these animals. What a wonderful day, right? And so they've got this Myers drinking fountain I'll show you here in just a little bit. It used to be 4 feet high, but it was lowered to the ground years ago to honor our little four-legged friends. And they can get a little sip of holy doggy water right over here. So there's the Myers drinking fountain right here on the left. Every now and then you see a dog drinking right out of there. So the church coming up on the left, that's the Unitarian Universalist Church. Another wonderful Christmas song written there. This one was by James L. Pierpont from Medford, Massachusetts. And he wrote this wonderful song for a play, never meant to be a Christmas song. In fact, originally it was called One Horse Open Sleigh. So this is the home of Jingle Bells right here. 1857. Jingle all the way. And now we're going to go into Lafayette Square. Now this building here, all these buildings on this side, that's the St. Vincent's Girls Academy, started in the 1800s by Sister Mary Mahoney. And here's the Cathedral, St. John the Baptist, in Lafayette Square. Now, Lafayette Square was named in honor of General Marquis de Lafayette from France. He was good friends with George Washington and helped him out in the war effort. The cathedral built in the 1800s, so you'll be able to tour this when Mass is over around 2 o'clock. Now if you go around Lafayette Square, there's some more beautiful things to see, like the childhood home of Flannery O'Connor, one of the great writers of our time. It's in the corner over there. They'll be open for touring. And then this home over here, it's an inn. It's called the Hamilton Turner Inn. You see the beautiful nutcrackers they put out there, these big old nutcrackers right up front, and they've decorated it for Christmas. So if you're around the area, go check out the Hamilton Turner Inn. Now the Andrew Lowe Mansion is on the other side over there, that beautiful mansion. That's where Juliette Gordon Lowe started the Girl Scouts of America, 1912. And she married into the Lowe family. So you can check that, you can tour that during the day. And then if you want, go ahead. You can actually go in there at nighttime, but you got to take our Ghost and Gravestone tours. And that's your first stop on that tour. And there's a creepy doll room in there. You might enjoy that. All right, so here's the cathedral. Now they're letting out, I guess, for the first Mass. They've got another one coming, but I guess if you want to go to Mass, you can do that too. So let's go on. We'll be here all day if we let everybody go by. This will be stop 7, by the way. Run them over. All right, here's stop 7. If you're getting off, be careful, take your time, watch your step. There's 2 or 3 restaurants. There's one across the street. There's a couple around the corner here too. It's the Visitor Center. You know, that's where the museums are. The Children's Museum, Railroad, and the History Museum are all there. And after 8, we're going to go back to City Market, stop 9. That's where the Prohibition Museum is. Now, the Prohibition Museum is a one-of-a-kind museum. It's about the, roaring 20s Prohibition age. I got $2 off for everybody if you want to check it out. There's vintage cars and their wax figures, and it's just a lot of fun. So if you want $2 off, let me know.
That's not a treat.
Now around the corner we've got Jay Christopher. They're open for breakfast and lunch. And then just around here on the left is one of the three of the trailer park restaurants. See, they started originally with just a trailer park, and that was on the east end of Bay Street. And they've got really unique menu, you know, to say the least. Peanut butter jelly wings, apple pie chicken sandwich, deep fried pot pie burrito. These three things I'd never heard of. But I did have the burrito. I couldn't eat it all. It was pretty big. But the second location they've added is around the corner here. And that is called the Trailer Hitch. It's right up here. And then the newest one is called the Double Line. That's on the other side of Bay Street.
That is not a treat. That is not a treat. There's yours.
All right, there's Jay Christopher.
That's a muzzle.
And there's the Trailer Hitch right over here.
Are they smuggle?
So you can go get your peanut butter jelly wings there. Now, around the corner behind this Drayton Tower building is a place called Zoonzi's. They've got hot sandwiches, very popular. They got the Zoonzi bar there too. But they were known for the conquistador chicken sandwich right over there with umbrellas. That was voted the second best sandwich in America in 2012. Adam Richmond from the Food Network came to Savannah, and he tried it, and he said, that's the second best sandwich I've ever had. So, there you go. Go try the conquistador. Now, 9 of our first settlers that came to Savannah were Irish, and that's probably why we have the Irish celebration we do. It's one of the largest in the country. The Knights of Columbus here on the left put on that wonderful parade, which lasts for a little over 4 hours now. Next year is our bicentennial celebration. If you'd like to join us, they said it's getting booked up quick, so you better make plans. But it's March 16th. I'll make an exception because it's on a Saturday. And there's probably going to be over 1 million people in here in town. All right, coming up on the right is the Civic Center. That's built 1972. That used to be Albert Square. You can see the little snow flurry we had here lately, right? Here's some here, some up here. This is actually from inside because there's an ice rink in there. So we've got a brand new hockey team. They started last year. They're called the Savannah Ghost Pirates. So if you'd like to see them, they may be in town now. I'm not sure. I've been to one of their games. All right, so this will be stop 8 right around the corner here. Then we're going to go to stop 9, City Market. City Market, a lot of restaurants. We have Prohibition Museum. There's also Art Gallery, Candy Kitchen, Cookie Kitchen, Vinnie Van Gogh's Pizza, all kind of things there. So Paula Dean's place is there, the Oyster Bar, which is called Sorry Charlie's. They got good seafood. If you want to go watch the ball game, you've got B&D Burgers there. So it's a very popular stop. And then 2 stops after that is River Street. So if you want to go down to River Street.
This is the market area.
All right, here's stop 8 right up here.
What?
And there's stop 1, like I said. All right, stop 8, next stop City Market. We got a couple to add here. All right, welcome. I'm JB. I'll be your conductor for this portion of our tour. Our next stop is stop 9. Stop 8. All right, so this is the Civic Center. Once again, we've been all around this place. But that was Albert Square, one of our original squares. There were 24 of them at one time. We lost 3 and got 1 back. Still 22 of these wonderful squares. Our Savannah Cultural Arts Center, it's just a few years old here on the left. And of course, my new guest, you're going to see the SCAD signs everywhere. That stands for Savannah College of Art and Design. You'll see the buses, the students everywhere. They started in 1979 with 71 students. Today they have about 15,000 in 4 different locations. Now, fall, we don't have much of a fall here, but see these beautiful bushes all through here? These are all azalea bushes. So if you come back in the spring, they're blooming in beautiful different colors. So come back and visit us in the springtime sometime too. So there's SCAD right there. In fact, they bought that old hotel like 1979, one of the first buildings. It's one of their SCAD student centers today. And they've acquired over 70 buildings in our historic district. Probably over 80 now, because I've been saying that for about 6 years. All right, we're going right to stop 9 down here on Jefferson, right here. And like I said, a lot to do here. It's one of the popular stops. A little shopping. And we have 2 of our trolley stop stores. We're going to stop right next to it. In your map, there's 25% off of 1 item. So if you want to do a little shopping in there, you can see what you get that percentage off. Maybe a sweater. It's getting a little cold around here. So here's Broughton Street again. This is our main street here in Savannah. We even have McDonald's in our historic district. How about that? And walk up window there on the side. I mentioned SpongeBob SquarePants 2, the movie earlier that was filmed here. Actually filmed in that building right over there, the Walgreens building. And you can see SpongeBob pattern right there in the center. It used to be colorful, all the colors, and then Walgreens took all the color out. They're no fun. A lot of nice shops like this one here. So after we go to 9, when we go to 10, we're going to go right back down Broughton, and then we're going to stop next to Pink House and Leopold's Ice Cream. Excellent ice cream. And I'm sure they got hot chocolate there too. Right here is stop 9 coming up, right this one. So, getting off, be careful, take your time, watch your step.
And we actually got off here at stop number 9, and I thought I would edit in 5 minutes or so worth of video of us just kind of roaming around. We hung out here in the market area for a little bit, and then we went over towards River Street, which isn't that far away. And we just had a good time. They were starting to put up their Christmas decorations, which I thought was pretty cool. So we just kind of walked around a bit and had fun. This was the first time we've been to Savannah that we did not have a meal at Moon River Brewing Company. I like that place. And Johnny Mercer there. And it was also the first time we didn't go to Savannah Coffee Roasters. Nice little coffee shop we like a lot, but just the way things routed out, we didn't have time to. We did right here on Market Street. There was the Old Towne Trolley gift shop we went into. Really nice guy there. Recommended that we go down to the coffee shop Biddy and Bowes, which was great. And by the way, right there a moment ago we saw a jazz club, and they were piping out live music from that club, and it was great. If we weren't in a bit of a hurry, I definitely would have stopped by a little longer. You can see a boat going by on the river there, going towards River Street. But we did go to Biddy and Bowes, which is in that little market area there, close to stop, I think it was stop number 9 we just left on. And that's a really nice little coffee shop. I'm going to put up a separate video about them because I like what they're doing a lot. Another shot of that boat heading on down the river. This was also our first time being in Savannah that we didn't stay at the Hyatt Regency right here on River Street. And that's a very nice hotel, but we got a really good deal 12 miles out of town. And it was a good deal, but next time I'm in Savannah, I want to be in Savannah. It's such a great city, and it's just such a difference when you're right there in it. And River Street has changed. If you exit onto River Street from that Hyatt hotel I just mentioned and turn left, there used to be pretty much nothing there. I mean, there were some old buildings, but they have built that up since we were here last, which is impressive and also kind of odd. It was kind of weird going out there and seeing that. And of course, there's a ton of cute little shops here on River Street. Just a wealth of history through here. It's crazy how much history has gone down in Savannah. This is definitely one of my favorite cities, period. Just for the history, for the preservation, and it's easy to get around. There's not a lot of riffraff here. You know, I don't feel like there's people coming up to me every 5 minutes asking for change. It's just a great city, and we really like it a lot. And of course, as a Civil War person, wanted to mention again, you know, Sherman was kind of torching areas in Georgia, and he left Savannah unscathed. The locals kind of went out and asked him to, you know, please don't torch us, and he didn't. And you've got a lot of this area that's still so pretty and preserved. And there's a couple of Civil War forts. If you go out of town a little bit, there's also a few lighthouses in this area. And there's the famous Bird Girl statue from Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. I have not bought one of these yet, but I probably will. I think they're cute. And we're back to stop number 9, about to get back on the trolley.
Now over here, Club 1, that's where Lady Shapley performed at Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil right here. That was 1997. Here on Bay Street, we got our ports over here, and all the places we want to go over here on the right. Square we lost for 50 years to a parking garage is over here to the right. That's Ellis Square, and they're going to decorate it nicer for Christmas. I understand, a lot more lights, but they already have the big ornaments in there right in the center. They need to light those things up though. You see it right over there. Old Towne, that's 23-karat gold leaf, and that replaced the old copper that was up there in the 90s. Now we're going to go into the first square built here in Savannah, Johnson Square, right back in our historic district. This one was built in 1733, designed by General Old Towne while he was still in England. He actually designed the first 4 squares, so we're the first planned city. Now in the center, there's a monument that honors General Nathaniel Greene. General Greene was from Rhode Island. He was second in command to George Washington. George Washington said he couldn't have won the war without General Greene's help. So they wanted to give the general a gift. It was the Mulberry Plantation 8 miles down the Savannah River. He accepts the free plantation, even though he couldn't stand our hot, humid weather normally here in Savannah. And one hot summer day, he decides to go out on a horseback ride. Very hot day, forgot his hat. He got sunstroke and died that day. So he's buried right here in the center of the square. Then when he died, he left behind his wife Katie to raise the 4 children. And Katie wanted to have the children educated She hires a Yale graduate to come down and tutor them. And his name was Eli Whitney. And he invented a cotton gin in 1793. Here's the burial spot over here. So when that happened, these ships started pouring in from England. They wanted some of that cotton, and they would load up with ballast stone on the bottoms of their ships to protect them against the heavy waves of the Atlantic. But when they got to Savannah, they threw the stones overboard, and their trash became our treasure. They started collecting all the ballast stone over the years. And when we go down to River Street, stop level, we'll ride on those ballast stone roads. Here is Broughton Street right here. And there's, so, like I said, made a great comeback over the years. You'll notice a lot of shops. You can check out later some good restaurants here too. I like Savannah Seafood Shack is right down here. Very good prices and good seafood.
That's where we were walking, right?
The Marshall House Inn coming up here on the right is an example of the homes in the 1800s. They were taxed on all the doors and even the ones leading to the balcony. That's why they would design the windows to go in and out of to avoid the tax. So if you're staying in one of these rooms, you're going to have to climb through the window to get out. There's Savannah Seafood Shack right over there, by the way. This is the tap house. This is a sports bar with good food there. Now, next to the Scan Theater is Leopold's Ice Cream. They're open until 10 p.m. So if you want to go try that, it's very popular. They've been in business 104 years now. The most popular flavor, still Tutti Frutti. Yeah, that was Johnny Mercer's favorite. All right, let's go to stop 10. The Lucas Theater did a beautiful job of restoring this. Savannah College of Art and Design with help from some Hollywood stars. Gave them some funds for that. They show old movies here, and then of course the Pink House is right over to the left from here if you're going to go eat there. There's also a bar. If you didn't get a reservation, go into the bar on the left and get in there. Alright, there's the Lucas. Everyone's getting off. Be careful. Take your time and watch your step. Alright, stop 10, anybody? Alright, the next stop will be Savannah River, stop 11. Alright, let's make our way there. You see the Pink House right over there on the left. Now the home is one of the oldest homes in Georgia, built 1771 for wealthy cotton merchant James Haversham. Okay, 17. All right, we're gonna make our way down to River Street. You gotta get on at 10 by the Lucas Theater. Yeah, go to the Lucas Theater. Yeah, just that way, take a left on the Lucas Theater. And there'll be a trolley there for you. Did you get a reservation? Pink House?
One time.
All right, right across the river there is Hutchinson Island, our convention center. They're adding 100,000 square feet to it, and there's plans for the what's What's that new hotel they're gonna build there? Carlton, Ritz-Carlton, yeah, right there. And then, of course, the Westin, they're gonna completely restore that over here. Now, both of these were built in 2000, but you can take the free water taxi over there. They run till 10 p.m. So we're gonna go down to River Street now, stop 11. If you need tickets for the Ghost and Gravestones, you can get them there, and that's where they actually leave from, stop 11. These are the roads that they built from the stones they brought from England right here. All the stones collected over the years. They also built the walls, the stairs. All these buildings were cotton warehouses back in the day. Alright, let's enjoy the ride. Here we go. Back by 5, they'll come pick you up, okay? So, anybody leaving us, have a good day. Thanks for joining us. You're welcome. Watch your step, big step. Have a good one.
Like this one, then you gotta go up all the stairs to the next one. Like over here where we just came down.
Yeah, I don't know why they build them that way. It's all ballast stone, I don't know why. Maybe they do this to avoid the flooding or something. Maybe it was a defensive thing for they used to defend the city up there. This is Yammercroft Bluff. That's where they put the cannons right out there in the day. Yeah.
Takeout's 10:30.
Was that? Oh, tonight?
No, tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's.
Someone told us if you didn't have your reservations in like August, good luck.
Exactly. Good job. Nice. All right. That was the last one, right?
Oh, that's what it said.
Yeah,
Unless it's just a thing they do to get
I
you
got you.
booked.
10:30 at night.
I can eat 10:30. Yeah.
I want to eat there, so I'll do it.
There you go. Make sure you take a tour around there too.
Yeah.
Check it out. That's one of the oldest homes in Georgia right there.
What you doing? Come sit by you? Come I sit by you?
Hello, welcome aboard.
I think I should need to jump up there.
Yeah, we got 3. Come on aboard. Yeah. We got plenty of room. Y'all leaving us?
No.
Okay. All right, I think that's everybody. So now we're gonna go to stop 12. Stop 12 is where the Wavy Girl statue is. Florence Martin. All right, here we go.
Oh, yeah.
No, I don't know. Bryce. Where's that? Oh yeah, I'm sorry. It took me a while. I didn't remember Olympia Cafe, so yeah, the Bryce. Yeah, you need to get off there.
That's where we're staying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to the car and then take it to the parking
I'll
garage.
get you there. At the end, I'm gonna take you wherever you need to go. So whoever needs, just let me know. All right, welcome on JV. I'll be your conductor for this portion of the tour. Oh yeah, we're gonna be right here. Y'all let you up there. I know what you're saying when we go by. Yeah. Are you ready now? Are you ready when we go by? Okay. All right. right, good. All right, yeah, I'll get you that. I got you.
We started at 12.
All right, well, glad you got your Pink House reservation. And another place you might want to check out is the Pirate's House. We're gonna go by there in a second. There you go, that's it. All right, so stop 12 is here. Now, is anybody going to the Pirate's House? Anyone right now? No, okay. Want to make sure. All right, here's the waving girl, Miss Flora Smartest. You see she's waving a pillowcase over her head by day and a lantern at her feet by night. And one of her collies right there, that was Sandy. Yeah. Wake her up, say go wave. So that's your job. Greatest waver of all time. 44 straight years, day and night. All right. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right. All right, welcome aboard.
Was right there where you could see.
Hello, how are you? Thank you. Welcome, I'm JV. I'll be your conductor for this portion of the tour. And now we're going to go to stop 13. Davenport House. Old Thomas House is there, and the Webb Military Museum, all of the next stuff. All right, here's the Olympic torch statue honoring the 1996 Summer Olympic Games in Atlanta. Of course, Savannah hosted the boating and water events here, so we were part of that. New construction everywhere. Yeah, that's because I like to look at the Pirate's House. Yeah, and you don't get to, you gotta see the original city walls of Savannah over here. So, that's coming up.
They didn't have it.
Now, the Pirate's House, when you go in there, you need to go to the main dining room. There's an old dungeon and a rum cellar. They used to smuggle rum and whiskey because there was prohibition against hard liquor for a while. I'll show you a door over here in the wall that leads to the Pirate's House today. They had a lot of tunnels, illegal tunnels back in the day. And it was easier for them to actually bring the supplies from the ships in there too. So here is the original city walls of Savannah right here, Old Fort Wayne. And there's the door right there in the wall. That leads to the Pirate's House. Now the first agricultural garden in America is the Trustees Garden. And they always have some kind of a Christmas thing going on here, but yeah, they actually tried to grow silk for the Queen here. It didn't work out too good. So they did other stuff, you know, whatever grew here. We got some pretty good peaches and sweet onions. So now the oldest home in Georgia, I'll show you, is right up here. It's part of the Pirate's House today. It's the Herb House, Gardner. Yep. Well, somebody said they were feeling ill, and I got it worse. It's not there. So.
They have like a
Yeah, you gotta try the she crab soup in there. It's delicious. That's the oldest home. See where the pirate is? That is the Herb House, 1734, and the rest of that the Pirate's House was 1753. All right, so there's your Bryce, and there's the Pirate's House. All right. I hope you're feeling better. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. Enjoy your meal.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I
Have a great
appreciate
day.
that. Bye-bye.
You're welcome.
All right. Let's all go to the next stop, number 13. And that, of course, is the beautiful Davenport House. Yeah, here's the Bryce Hotel. At one time, this was Coca-Cola bottling plant, also a cotton warehouse, and horse stables back in the day. Bryce Hotel today. Now, it sits right here in Washington Square, named in honor of George Washington, who gave a speech here in 1791. Now, you're going to see that the sidewalks are made out of a material, what they call it, tabby. broken oyster shells, sand, lime, and water. See right there. They also made roads out of this, so we'll ride on the tappy roads down here. This is Warren Square, named in honor of General Joseph Warren, a war hero from Massachusetts. Go around Warren Square and then on to stop 13. And you already have one exit, be careful. All right, so when you come to her tomorrow, I don't think are they still open? Wow, yeah, they're open. You can go right in here. That's the old Kennedy Pharmacy, completely restored last year. So you go in here, gift shop, go through here for this part of the tour, and then you end up back here at the Davenport House. Built 1820 by Isaiah Davenport from Rhode Island. A beautiful spiral stairwell inside right there. Owens Thomas to the right, Webb Military to the left. All right, anybody need to get off here? All right, 13? No, 13? Okay. Our next stop will be 14, which is Colonial Park Cemetery. All right, let's go on to 14.
You can relax.
Columbia Square is one of our smaller squares right here. Now, you see the Owens Thomas with the green shutters. This is a beautiful place to stay. The Keogh House right here. Built in 1800s by William Keogh, who owned the Iron Works. We're going to show off his craft. He said whatever man could do with wood, he could do with iron. Everything white here is made out of iron. The beautiful window frames, the columns. There's the 1790 Inn Restaurant, another nice place. The Webb Military Museum is right down here on the left. It's the Colonial District. Now we're going to make our way down Haversham Street here, named in honor of James Haversham, wealthy cotton merchant. His home was the Peak House. That was his personal home. There's the Savannah Police Department, established 1854. This is being restored right here, but they're still using part of this down here. In fact, it was actually built in 1801, so this has been being used for many years. The new construction on the left are new condos. They're going to blend in with the history, and then they have to. So they want, if you don't do what the code's saying, you know, they can make you tear it down or whatever, terrible things. But they're doing it right. I'm going to show you the brick they're using. It'll blend right in. And then we're going to see Haversham Hall down here. That's another SCAD building, and they did a beautiful job restoring that.
That part of Savannah Street.
Haversham Hall right over here. Savannah College of Art Design restored this one too. One of over 70 buildings they own. This is an old jailhouse from the 1800s. See if there's time to go. And you got a half an hour if you want to go take your free tour at the Cathedral, St. John the Baptist. you'd have to walk down a couple blocks, but stop at 14 if you want to go check it out. And if you're here tomorrow, check it out tomorrow. It's a free tour and it's beautiful. The Colonial Park Cemetery is the next stop, and that's a free tour also, if you want to check that out. Right here is a nice view of the cathedral here on the left. So make sure you go tour that beautiful church there. This is the back gate of the Colonial Park Cemetery. And this has been around a long time. They've started burials here 1750. Right there. That was smart. Alright, over here on the right, this playground, this is our colonial dueling grounds in the 1700s. And there, of course, Colonial Park Cemetery. Burials from 1750 to 1853. Over 12,000 buried here. There's only about 700 grave markers. Most of them are buried in family crypts like these. And the rest of them are buried underneath us. Yeah, the city built on his dead. This fence used to go out about a block and a half each direction back in the day. But if you want all the creepy details, take one of our ghost and gravestone tours. They'll fill you in on everything else. Alright, anybody for stop 14, is free tour right there at the Colonial Park Cemetery. Alright, come on aboard. I think everybody's going to stay with us. How y'all doing? Alright, let's go on to 15 now. 15, birthplace of Juliette Gordon-Lowe coming up. So this is open till the sun goes down. You want to check it out? Come on back. When the sun goes down, there's going to be a whole bunch of little scary tours around here. Now here on the left is our fire department. One of them. This one is one of the oldest in the country right here. And the very first motorized fire trucks here too. Next stop, 15, Juliette Gordon-Lowe's birthplace. And it was the home of her grandfather, William Washington Gordon. He's the one who started the Central and Georgia Railroad. So we'll stop there. It's very close to City Market there. Wright Square is there, and then of course Chippewa Square, all there at the next stop. Now this fire bell here from the 1800s is Big Duke. It weighs 5,500 pounds, and it's twice the weight of the Liberty Bell. When they ring it, they can be heard for miles. So is anybody going on another tour? Does anybody want to go all the way around again? No? Okay. All right, well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to 1 first. Let everybody off, then we'll go to 2. And then we're going to see who's left, and I'll get you all to where you need to go, okay? All right. And if you do want to take a tour, you get off at 1 and get on the trolley and go around again. All right, so here's stop 15. This is the headquarters for the Girl Scouts today. Anyone for 15? All right, y'all have a wonderful day. Thanks for joining us.
I'm zoomed out.
Have a good day.
That's just the way it is.
Zero transfer. All right. So I'm going to take you, before I let you go, on a square you probably wouldn't get to see today, but it's a really cool square. It's called Wright Square, and then we're going to get you all to where you need to go. And this way, maybe I can sell a couple ghost tour tickets right here. Yeah. So this is Wright Square, and nothing wrong right about it, actually. The monument center is in honor of William Washington Gordon. That was his house. Of course, grandfather to Juliet Gordon Lowe. Now, there's a lot of firsts here in Wright Square, like the first cemetery. You can look all around, and you're not going to see it because they built on top of it, right over here on the left. So that's a big no-no. So that makes a very haunted place to begin with. In the center of the square, guess who's buried there? Tomachichi, or Indian chief. Yeah, so they forgot he was there, and they put that monument on top of it. Felt so bad that Gordon's got this big stone from Stone Mountain, Georgia, and brought it down to honor Tomachichi, who's buried here. Now to the right is the original courthouse, so a lot of firsts here. And this is the Lutheran Church of the Ascension right over here, built in the 1800s. And I always like to point out my favorite little Italian restaurant while I'm here, Bella Napoli, right over there. Like a scene from Lady and the Tramp over there. Very nice. Now, this CVS pharmacy over here, this was the original jailhouse. So what was in here, where that Gordon monument was, that was the gallows, yeah, way back in the day. This is the original, hey, this is the hanging square right here. Now, the first person in Georgia was hung here, January 19th, 1735. If you want to find out who that is, take the Ghost and Gravestone tour. Yeah, they make it a lot scarier to me. So. Anyway, yeah, that's what it is. Public hangings there. All right, we've got a smokehouse that's a barbecue restaurant here, and then the mojito place. So if you like mojitos, come right here. This is State Street. All right, now we're going to make our way to stop number 1. Now this courthouse on the left, marble from North Georgia, and that third story came in earlier this year, so they're gonna restore all this. That's a federal courthouse. Now the federal building on our right here, named in honor of Juliet Gordon Lowe, right there.
Yes, yeah, the tile.
House is one of SCAD's first buildings. It's a student center today. That was a hotel they purchased and used. The dormitories still do today. But one of the students, I asked, what's this big building? It's right by the bridge. That's their new dormitory. They used 22 stories because they were running out of places for the students. So we already got 15,000. 4 different locations, so I imagine that's going to grow a little bit. Now the 2 squares we lost forever, Liberty Square here, and then of course Elbert Square. We got 24, we lost 3, we got 1 back, 22 squares now. Okay, thank you. Now if you were going to go over to South Carolina or to Hutchinson Island over there, stay on Old Towne. We'll take you across the Savannah Bridge. Right here, and that new dormitory by SCAD I mentioned, that's that big building right there, so a lot more students can come in now. stop 1, Visitor Center. Now they are closed, so if you need like the restroom, you can go across the street. Stop 8 is across the street. So if any of you want to, if you're at 8, you're done, you can walk across if you like. Also, they have the restroom there. This one's closed. And then we got one here at stop 2. You can use that one. I want to thank everybody for joining us at Old Towne Trolley. I'm JB. Come back and hopefully we'll see you tomorrow. Maybe I'll be here tomorrow. And then join us on one of the ghost tours. They're a lot of fun too. This is the main campus for SCAD right in here. And then of course the old Central and Georgia Railroad was right here. Tomorrow you can tour the Railroad Museum and we have a history museum. Right, now, if anybody did want to go touring, do some more touring, just get on the trolley here. It'll be right next to the orange one. The last one leaves at 5 o'clock. So this is stop 1, Visitor Center. Across the street, you see those stairs? That'll take you right to stop 8. And then I'm going to go to 2 next. And if you do want to tour some more, just jump on the trolley right there. All right, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Bye-bye. Welcome. Have a good day. 3 anyway. In fact, this I'm going to do what I call 3B. It's right in between 3 and 9. And it's right in the center of City Market. So I'll take you there.
And that was JB, and we were with him pretty much the entire trip plus some. We went to stops 1 through 15 with him. And there's one of the Oglethorpe trolleys. That's a different company. I've never tried them. But yeah, that was JB. He did a great job. We enjoyed having him, and just enjoyed this. And again, we filmed or videotaped pretty much his entire route. I did have some battery issues. I think around stop, I don't know, was it 3 or 4? But for the most part, we got a complete loop around. Again, looking at about an hour and 30 minutes here. By the way, if you've watched this entire thing, God bless you. Thank you. I hope it helped you. I hope it's encouraged you to want to go to Savannah and look around and take an Old Towne Trolley tour. They did a good job. If you park, there's a couple of visitor centers they have. I know the number 2 one that we're going to. If you park there, you can park for free. If you park elsewhere in town, you're going to have to pay and pay a good little chunk of change too. They also gave us some maps with some coupons on it that were helpful. And I bought a $20 book, and I got it for $15 because there was a 25% off one item coupon. And we got a free appetizer at the Cotton Gin Tavern, thanks to their little coupon books. So that was cool, and I know we got some other stuff. I can't think. I know there's a praline coupon at the little candy places. So we did okay. This was a good deal. It was a good value. We were happy. Again, my kind of amateurish video. I hope the coverings on the windows didn't distract too much. And this is us actually riding out of town, going back to our hotel. This was 4 trips to Savannah. This was the first time we've been to Savannah that we did not stay right in the heart of Savannah. We actually got a nice deal on a hotel about 12 miles out, and yeah, that was nice. But I think when I'm in Savannah, I want to be in Savannah. It's such a lively city, and it's nice. It's nice to have a hotel right in the middle of things. In fact, this was the first time that we didn't stay at the Hyatt Regency, which is right on River Street, and it's just a great location. Next time we're in town, though, I'll want to find something right in the middle of it. We did the Ghost and Gravestones tour also in the past, probably a very long time ago. And that was fun. It was more theatric, but it was entertaining. I know we stopped at the Savannah Visitor Center on our way into town, by the airport. Very nice visitor center, and they had, I counted, about a dozen different flyers for different companies that do ghost walks in Savannah, which I thought was interesting. Of course, lots of Civil War history here. That's something that blows my mind, and it's just such an old town with a lot that's happened, and it's so pretty. It's one of those towns that keeps drawing me back, and I'm sure we'll continue to go there frequently. It's just such a nice town. I mentioned that we did basically the 15 stops on the Old Towne Trolley tour twice. I think I'm going to put up the video, kind of unedited, of our first lap around town, because we had a different driver, and he was very good too. Again, that'll be in an hour and a half. I don't expect you to watch that if you don't want to, but I'll have 2 up just in case. I know there's some people like myself, you can't get enough of Savannah. So, and I also I think somewhere in my archives I've got an Old Towne Trolley video that I made about a decade ago. I might try to hunt that down and put that up too. The town is changing quite a bit on River Street. I know if you would walk out onto River Street from that Grand Hyatt, if you went to the left, there was nothing there, and they have really built that area up a lot. So anyway, what do you think? What do you think of Savannah? Let me know if you have any thoughts. Drop me a line.